What is up, YouTube? It is the Casual Corner MMA. I'm inspired by other MMA content creators like Mixed Molly Whoppery, Jesse on Fire, MMA Guru, Mexican martial arts. All of these greats of YouTube content. MMA quick hits back in the day, back to Troll Village. So I just figured, hey man, let me go ahead and start my own channel and talk my own smack. You know what I'm saying? What's up? I'm not hardcore fan. I just like to drink beers and watch the fights with my friends, you know what I'm saying? Like cook some steaks and chill and talk about it. Been doing it for about 30 years, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a cut man, I'm not a corner man, I'm not a trainer, I am not, training partner with these dudes. It's all entertainment, so I just had to talk smack about it and see what y'all have to say. I'm gonna go ahead and post my videos and post my comments, post my opinions, and if you guys agree, cool. If you disagree, also cool. My opinions are subject to change, so if you got something to say, go ahead and say it. I also realize that you can't please everybody, and everybody's got their haters, and I'm totally fine with that. Anyway, we just wrapped up UFC 306. Sugar Sean O'Malley getting taken down and taken out by Merab the Machine. Clearly, look at that dude go. Everybody knew what he was going to do. Sugar knew what he was going to do. He tried to prepare for it, but he could not stop it. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. He looked flat-footed. He looked frozen. He could not implement his game plan. He could not get his strikes from the outside and catching Merab coming in. Merab was very sneaky with it. I just watched Tim Welch this morning addressing it, and I think Tim was like pretty much on point with it. He was very humble and very cool about it. Back at the drawing board, let's get in there and get it done. I mean, that's a great attitude. It is what it is. Merab is a monster, and he deserves, his praise. He has taken out former champ after former champ, a lot of really tough guys. He's stuck to his own game plan. You know what he does. He does it well. He just does not really deviate from that. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it. So you got to give him props for that. He seems like a really cool guy. A little corny, does some wacky stuff. So I'm glad to see him get his belt and do his thing, get his vengeance, his revenge on Sugar Sean for his best friend, training partner, buddy, Aljo. Good for him. Good for him. Good for those guys. Good for Ray Longo. That guy seems like he's got a really great team and a good thing going out there. He's been putting together some great fighters for a long time. So respect to that team. Congrats for them. Was it an entertaining fight? I mean, that depends. For me personally, not really, not so much. And I've been in the forums today and been in some different comment sections on YouTube and on Facebook and other places, and Instagram, just looking and seeing what people were talking about, seeing what people were saying. There's a lot of hate for Sugar Sean. I'm not so sure if people are celebrating Merab's win as much as O'Malley's loss. MMA fans are a fickle bunch, and it's kind of wild. On one hand, people will argue, if that wasn't entertaining, if you didn't appreciate Merab's win, well, you need to go watch boxing and this whole kind of thing, trying to put down other people's kind of points of view. I didn't personally think it was that entertaining. It was a good fight. Merab did his thing, but I love the grappling aspect. It's cool, but I love to watch the fighters that have a very aggressive style with their grappling and can actually get the submissions or get the position and get the striking in there and actually get the finishes. Merab is not that guy. He's got, 2 finishes on his record? I mean, that's not great. You know what I'm saying? That is a lot of control time. It's a lot of riding the clock. It's a lot of riding the hip. It's just not what I find personally appealing. And people can say, oh, well, what about Khabib? Nobody talks shit about Khabib. That's not true. A lot of people did talk smack about Khabib, but he did get to where he was using his striking to set up his takedowns, and he was very, very good at getting the finishes. I mean, say what you want, but he was aggressive. He was always attacking. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. And I like to kind of see that. If you look at the Valentina Shevchenko fight right before, nobody has a problem saying that was a boring fight at all whatsoever. And Valentina Shevchenko, basically had the sort of the same game plan, get the takedown and ride it out. So, again, MMA fans are fickle. it is what it is. You know, now we've got Umar Nurmagomedov coming up the pipe there. It looks like he's the next guy. You know, what are the expectations for that going to be? That's going to be potentially a grapple-heavy match. Who's got the better grappling? Or they could nullify each other and get that stand-up banger going on. Who do you guys have in that one? You think that Merab actually defends, or do you think he gets lit up on that one? I think he might get lit up, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Anyway, respect to both men. It was a pretty interesting card. I didn't get to see all of the fights, unfortunately, but you know, respect to those fighters. It seems like that was a heck of a show. I noticed that Dana White at the post-fight press conference had some interesting things to say. Did anybody happen to catch when being questioned about the Sphere and everything that he put into it and everything? He was just like really elated with the turnout and, you know, and how everything, you know, went off without a hitch, mostly, and this huge spectacle. And he's all about pushing boundaries. And all of a sudden he's just like, yeah, man, whatever the next thing is, I'm going to jump all over that. Like I was trying to rent out the Coliseum. Unprecedented. Nobody rents out the Coliseum. So I could have, you know, Mark Zuckerberg, you know, take on Elon Musk. Like, that's the kind of stuff I want to do. It's like, wait, what? Like, I thought you were the dude that just put on the shows like the best of the best. It wasn't about sideshow circus kind of stuff. And then all of a sudden he's like, I'm gonna jump on like whatever's the next thing. Man, that dude is the master of the spin. I'll tell you what, that is wild, dude. My guy, he can argue any point anyway. It is a trip. You know, speaking of which, he's like so stuck on the pound for pound thing with John Jones. John Jones was in attendance and he was in Vegas. He did make some funny comments about that. Hopefully he's not getting in trouble. So John Jones basically announced that he is retiring after this fight with Stipe. So it's like, kind of, to me personally, it's like, well, why is the belt on the line? What is going on with that? I'd like to see the Aspinall fight. The Aspinall fight's probably not going to happen. John Jones is going to get what I consider to be a bit of a layup fight with Stipe. You know, they've resurrected the corpse of Stipe so he can, you know, ragdoll him or, you know, beat him up or whatever, and then what, he like retires undefeated, you know, champion, and, you know, beating the greatest heavyweight of all time, you know, whatever, and then just retires. I mean, I don't see the point, honestly. It's a legacy fight. If that's what John wants to do, oh, he's like earned it, cool, you know, whatever. I don't know. There is always going to be a contender. There is always going to be the next big guy, and, you know what I'm saying, there is a point where you kind of have to just like put the gloves down and move on. I get it, but, you know, what's the point of having the interim champ right now? Not really sure. He's not getting that fight. Anyways, moving on. I hope you guys enjoyed the fight. I'm gonna go ahead and jump on off out of here, and I'm gonna come back next time with some more content for you. I'm just gonna keep coming back and making videos, talking smack, whatever's on my mind. Just keeping it casual, you know. I'm just a regular dude, just a regular fan, just talking smack, you know. If you guys got something to say and want to reply, go ahead and leave it on down below. We'll see what's up. Y'all take care. Y'all stay blessed. Enjoy the fights. See ya.